All the cards from GDO3 Steel Requiem are finally revealed, so let's analyze them, let's see how the set is, what are the new cards that I think will find play in the game, and so on. It's quite a few cards, so let's dive right into it, let's not wait any further. Alright, we are starting off strong with Gundam NT1, level 5, 4 cost, 4/4, Earth Federation unit, links with Christina Mackenzie and Amuro Ray. It reads, repair 2, and when paired, choose one rested enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. When this effect destroys an enemy unit, draw 1. I'm quite excited for this card, but I think Alex reads better than it actually will perform, because it's kind of tricky to get a unit rested and with 1 health point remaining, so to kill it and draw. Clearly want to draw off this card, so you have to set this up a bit to draw. Of course, links with Amuro, and that's very good. I don't think Christina Mackenzie will be that good, but we'll see that later. But in general, I think this is a cool card. It's definitely a good addition to Amuro Ray's link units, and this will definitely see play, though I'm not sure it will in 4 copies per deck, because as I said before, it's kind of a tricky card to make it work. Next we have Dio. I really like Dio, it's probably the card I'm most excited about from this set. I love the Titans team, and this is just an absolute unit, perfect top end for a couple of decks actually, so let's read it first. It's level 7, 5 cost, 5/5, Titans and Jupiter straight, links with Optimus Shiroko, is a repair 3, and during pair, when one of your other units with repair attacks, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal or lower than the one of the unit and rest it. So yeah, as said, this can be the top end of a Titans team deck, or a more repair matters team deck. I'm already thinking about both of them, but I think this is just a perfect unit, because late game just sets you up to avoid the blockers. You just have to think with who to attack first and so on, so you can tap the right units, and that's sort of a mini game inside the game, and I think that's pretty cool. But this is just big. Any pilot you put on him, Amuro won't touch it, nothing can touch it, so if you need the O to stick to the board, you just don't attack with it, you just keep it there, and it still does its thing. And I think this is the perfect mid-range deck without blockers card, so you can try to stabilize and then make the most out of these, tap the enemy blockers and attack the shields directly. I really want to make this work, because I think this is very cool concept of a card. And these two were the legendary rares for blue in Steel Requiem. I think both are valid. Alex is more of a tool, while Dio is more of a build around card in my opinion. We have the Messala, level 6 for cost, 5/4, Titans and Jupiter's unit, links with Jupiter straight, very important, has blocker and has repair 1. This is the perfect curve for Dio, comes down a turn before, you can use Optimus on it, we'll see Optimus a bit later. It's kind of a blocker that won't block, at least not in the turn that it comes down, because you truly want it to survive until next turn, but it's perfect that it links, because it can just deal the ending blow if needed. It's okay, has blocker, as I said, I don't think it will block often, but it's cool. Already has repair, though repair 1 isn't very important, but it's important for Dio, because it means this will tap level 6 or lower blocker. So for example, it taps an Airstrike, for example, or in general will tap a level 6 enemy unit, so you can trade with it if needed. Overall, solid card, definitely will see play. Humbrabi is kind of tricky, level 5, 4 cost, 5/3, Titans, not Jupiteris, and this is important. Links with Yazan, and on attack, if you have 2 or more other Titans units in play, choose one enemy unit with 5 or less HP and rest it. So the blue part of Zeta Gundam in this set is split into Titans Matter and just Titans, and Jupiter's matters. And while all Jupiter's units are also Titans units, not all Titans units are Jupiter's units, and this is something to take into consideration in deck building, considering which deck you want to actually build in that moment. So it's something to keep in mind. I think Ambrabi is a cool card for the Titans build of DO. It's definitely solid, not difficult to have 2 Titans units in play. We have plenty of Titans units. Yazen is an okay pilot, and this is just a repeatable Amuro, so it's cool. Of course, you have to keep it alive some way. It has 3 HP, so it doesn't really have survivability. I think Yazen should be a +1/+2, so that gets it to a 6/5, and that's cool. But you know, quite difficult to make it stick to board. But I think it's a pretty solid card, and if Titans proves to be strong, it will definitely see play. We then have the Kshatriya Besserung, level 6, 5 cost, 4/4, Neo-Zeon trait, links with Marida, has repair 1, on deploy draw 1. This has repair. I'm not quite sure it will fit into the DO deck, but this is definitely a strong unit. It's kind of tricky because, you know, it's a level 6, 5 cost, 4/4, links with a pilot that's off color, but we know how strong it is to draw cards in Gundam TCG. I always say this, and this is just a piece that enters and draws you a card, and that's it. Like, doesn't require anything, doesn't require another, you know, kind of unit in board. It's just a piece, 4/5 cost, and draws you a card, and also has repair 1. So if you want, try and stick it into a Paptimus deck, that will work. But overall, a strong unit. I think if someone is going to play a blue-red Earth Federation deck in this meta with Penelope, I will try and build it. Yeah, this is the card for you, because, you know, it also triggers Penelope with a draw. You can play Marida, who has some Earth Federation links, has the, you know, both the benches. So this is a way to draw, and, you know, I think this card will see some kind of play. You know, maybe seems a bit weak, but the draw is strong. So maybe I'll be proven wrong, but we will see. Penelope, was talking about it. This is the middle form, level 6, 5 cost, Earth Federation, 4/4, links with Lane, of course. On deploy, choose 1, 2, 2 enemy units with 3 or less HP, rest them. I think this is a okay, strong card. Definitely taps a couple Rikidias, you know, they are a menace. They're basically the only card that has seen play from GDO2, so this is cool. Also cool to try and stop aggro for a bit on turn 6. We'll probably play a couple of them in a lane deck, you know, just to have the extra link, and then the deploy effect. You hope it pops off, but if it doesn't, you know, it is what it is. Level 3, 2 cost, 2/3, Earth Federation, Gundam NT1 full armor, links with Christina McKenzie. They didn't put the Amuro link on here. I guess only the legendary rare can have this privilege. When destroyed, choose 1 enemy unit with 3 or less HP and rest it. Yeah, this seems like some, you know, a filler unit. The effect isn't terrible. On the straight effects aren't really that cool, but you can attack something with this, trade, and tap another unit, so you can trade with an active unit of your opponent. Kind of bad that it links with Christina McKenzie, though should link without paying her costs. We'll read her later better, so you can, if you start second, you can link this turn 2 without using your you know, your EX resource. But yeah, overall, I'm not very excited by this card, to be fair. Bolino Axaman, level 4, 2 cost, 3/3, Titans and Jupiters, links with Jupiter's trait. During pair, this unit gains repair 2. I think this is strong. This is, of course, the signature unit for Sarat Zabirova. We'll see her later. I think she's a strong pilot. Very cool that it gains repair 2 on pair, so it can tap all the low level blockers with DO. With Jupiter Straight, so this links with Optimus, can activate his effect. This links with Sara, and this links with Requiem if you want to play Requiem. So yeah, it's an aggressive drop that gains a good repair, because this can trade into an Ulfrith and heal itself. So it's kind of like Grandpa Amuro. Of course, it's a bit weaker because this is an uncommon. That's a legendary rare, but I think this is a solid card for that build. We have the level 5 3 cost Pallas Athene. 5-3 Titans and Jupiters. This links only with Requiem. On deploy, you may choose 2 Titans cards from your trash, exile them from the game. When you do, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower and rest it. So Titans has this resting theme. We can see that. I don't really think Pallas Athene is that strong, because he has terrible HPs. Won't stick to board to see Optimus come, probably. Requiem is an okay pilot, we'll see her later, actually. The deploy effect is strong, I can't say it's not strong, it's very aggressive. I mean, this will definitely have a spot in the All Titans deck, but you know, in a more repair team deck with DO, you can play Amuro, and that's just very strong. So has to be seen if, you know, playing strong cards will pay more than playing the thematical deck at all, so you can link more often. You know, this is just stuff that needs to be tested. I'm kind of betting more on Amuro because it gets you effectively more resting effects, but this is a cool card overall. We have the level 8, 6 cost, 6/6 civilian, full armor Unicorn Gundam Destroy mod, links with Banagher links, has repair 3, and that's all there is to it. Kind of a terrible card if you ask me. I wouldn't really try and fit this into a VO team deck at all, and I think that's just it. I don't think all these new links for Banagher will create a new Unicorn team deck, because you know, the Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode is stronger because you can get Banagher again, and all these new units don't grant you that, and that's just a very pilot-centric deck that wants to do the combo, and that's kind of all there is to it. You can keep drawing off Banagher, but like, I don't really want to link Banagher to this, probably at level 8. So I don't think we'll see a Unicorn Gundam resurgence this set. We had the GM Sniper 2, level 2, cost 2, 2/3, Earth Federation. Kind of a filler unit if you ask me. A lot of people like the GM Sniper, but this is just, you know, kind of has hopeful stats for the cost. It's cool that it's Earth Federation, can be cycled with Penelope, but we have a lot of Earth Federation units that do more than this. Like, for example, you can just play Lotto and it's a 2/2 but links, so it's definitely stronger than this, in my opinion. We have the level 3 2 cost Messala mobile armor mod, 3/2 Titans Jupiter Straight, links with Jupiter Straight, has repair 1. I think this is very strong. Low and aggressive unit for the DO deck. It's cool that it links, then again, can activate Optimus, can activate Sara. Repair 1, it's kind of there just so you can tap stuff, in my opinion, because, you know, doesn't really happen often that you kill something with one attack, unless it's the Zaku 2 that gets +2 on attack, basically, in this meta. So, but it's still a cool unit to have. Would have been better as a 3/3, but for example, we do have the Marasai, various Gundam Mage units. You know, the level 3 2 cost 3/3 that links generally has no effect. This has repair 1, so it definitely had to be a little bit low on the HP side. Level 2 costs 2 Isaac, Titans and Jupiter's version. While you have another Jupiter's unit in play, this unit gets AP plus 1 and repair 1. So it's basically a level 2 cost 3/2 with repair 1. Very similar to the Messala we have just seen, just that it doesn't link. I think this will see a bit of play. You know, level 2 cost is not that good, but this is effectively a 3/2 with repair 1 basically, because you do have Jupiter's units. So I think this is a cool aggressive drop for the start of the game, to be fair. Level 3, 2 cost, has a custom 3/2 Titans unit. While you have 2 or more Titans units in play, this card in your hand gets cost -1. I don't think this will see play. This is just like the Jigan, and that doesn't really see play. You know, this is like the Messala we have just seen, but it doesn't link, doesn't have repair, and it's the same level and the same cost, and maybe sometimes I can play it for 1, but it will already be more than turn 3 probably, because there's not that many low drops Titans units, so you just have to have 2 of these in your hand to get a maximum value out of it, and that's just playing it 3/2. I think there are more impactful cards you can have in your deck, to be fair. Level 6, 5 cost, 4/5 Titans unit, links with Jared Messites, the Bone Dog. It's a suit I personally love, it's silly, very silly. Has an activate main effect once per turn, exile 3 Titans cards from your trash. This unit gains Breach 4 during this turn. You know, as I said, I love it, but this is a common and you can see it. I think it's more of a bulk common. I don't think this will see play, because it's the same level of the Psycho Gundam, it's the same level of the Messala, has a lot of competition, and you have to do a lot of work to make this work. Jared is not a terrible pilot, but you know, all this work to get Bridge 4. Bridge 4 is strong, but you have to exile them, so it maybe won't have it next turn. Just too much work in my opinion, but maybe I'll be proven wrong, and I hope so. Level 5, 3 cost, full armor Unicorn Gundam, Unicorn mode. It's a 5/4 civilian that links with Banagher links. You can sack this to play the Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode for free, but as I was saying before, this one doesn't get you Banagher back in hand, so you just linked Banagher and attacked, and then you sacrifice it and you put the other Unicorn Gundam, and you have to have another Banagher, and then that one is in your trash. I know that you know, that's how the game goes, so basically no pilot comes back like Banagher does, but there's a reason, because Banagher is just a +2/+2 and draw a card, and that's all there is to it, so you do have to play him as much as I can so you can draw and make it work. So I don't think these new cards that are basically vanilla links are any good for a Unicorn Gundam deck. We are getting to the green. We have the Comfort, first unit in the game to have a burst. It's a level 4, 3 cost, 4/3 Xeon and Cyclops team, links with Mikhail Kaminsky, has burst. Choose 1 Cyclops team pilot card from your trash, add it to your hand, and has a when paired effect with a Cyclops team pilot. All your Cyclops team unit may choose an active enemy unit with 5 or less AP as their attack targets this turn. I think the Comfort is a very strong aggro card. I think it works with itself. We do have some cool Cyclops team cards. Mikhail is a strong pilot, actually. I can see these in aggro. Probably a green-red Xeon aggro. I'll be talking about this later, also when we see the G-Fred. And yeah, I think this is a solid card, a very interesting card, to be fair. We then have the Ultron Gundam, level 8, 6 cost, 5/6 GT, links with Chan Wufei, has Breach 5, and on attack choose 1 enemy unit with blocker, deal 5 damage to it. This is a very strong top end for the Wing Zero deck, in my opinion. If the game ever becomes best of 3, you may even play these on your sideboard and just swap out the Win Zero when you are in a blocker mirror, because this is strong and this can deal 5 damage to a Freedom Gundam, and that's a lot. And Chang is just a strong pilot overall. This has breach 5, this doesn't even cost 8. So for example, you can play this and you can link it in the same turn, and you can even play a Underground as a base, or if you don't have the link in your hand, you can do an Overflowing Affection to start the turn and get your pilot and get your unit. This is a very solid card that will definitely see play, especially because we are kind of in a green-centric meta, and I hope that will change. I hope a bigger spectrum of deck will become playable, but Wing Zero is clearly nowhere to go. So we'll see Electron Gundam for sure. We have the third legendary rare for green. Green is one of the colors that has 3 legendary rares in this set. It's a level 5 for cost for 4 Earth Federation and H system unit that links with Asemu Asuno. It's the Gundam H2 normal. During pair, enemy units choose this rested unit as their attack target if possible when attacking, and when linked you place 1 EX resource. So this is the best way to ramp resources in the game right now, because it's a unit, doesn't cause you to discard cards like the Gundam H1 does. You just link it and you place 1 extra resource. It's not even tapped, so you can use it right away. That's perfect. We'll be seeing with another unit that in this set, green and white have been introduced to this new kind of effect. It's a board control effect, so the enemies can't damage your shields or can't attack your shields until they destroy your rested unit. Purple kind of has a bit of that as well in the Ptolemaios base, but I think this is a very strong card. I don't think this card will be played in an H system deck at all. Like, I think this will just be a splash, maybe in a full blocker deck, so you just stall your opponents and you keep hitting them and you keep protecting this with your blockers, and they can't attack your shield, and you're buying time, and then you play more blockers. This feels like a stall card for me. It doesn't really do anything for the H archetype at all, if not granting you extra resources so you can get to level 7 before. Asimo isn't even an X-rounder, so I think this is a strong card outside of its archetype. We have the level 2, cost 2, Zaku 2 from War in the Pocket. It's a 1/2 Xeon Cyclops Team unit, links with Bernard Wiseman. When paired, if there are 4 or more Cyclops Team cards in your trash, deploy 2 rested at Balloon Civilian AP 0, HP 1. This unit can be set as active or paired with a pilot unit tokens. While you have a unit with a balloon in its card name in play, this unit can receive enemy battle damage. This is a swiper, so you protect it with the alt balloon and you can trade into big units. Bernard can get quite big if you have all the pieces. This becomes a 6/3, but I don't think this card will see play because it's too much work for nothing. Like, this is a 2-drop that realistically doesn't do anything turn 2. It's worse than the average Zaku. Bernard needs some work to become big, both in the game and the deck building, because it requires you to play basically all the Cyclops team pilots you can. While I think Comfort is a strong unit, Hygog is a strong unit, we'll get there. This Gok is a cool unit. I love Bernard, I love the launch alternative art they did for him, but this just ain't it, man. This is not cool. We have the level 8, 7 cost, 6/5 G-Team Gundam Deathside Hell. Links with Duo Maxwell. On deploy, choose one of your Operation Meteor or G-Team units. During this turn, you may choose an active enemy unit as its attack target. Attacking active units is a fundamental part of this game. It's an effect that's becoming more available, mostly in green and in red. And yeah, it's very important because when aggro just deploys a lot of units, if they are active, you can't attack them. So this is actually a strong effect. But having it on a level 8 drop, you know, this can link. It can become a 7/7, that's cool, can target itself, so you can just deploy it and trade with something. It's very cool that this doesn't have a restriction, so it doesn't say you can attack them for level 5 or lower, or AP 5 or lower, or something else. You can just, you know, smash these on a Freedom Gundam and get rid of it, and then just attack with your low level units, but you know, this is the same level of Ultron Gundam, and Wing Zero costs 1 more than Ultron Gundam, and just maybe trades, and requires you to play Duo Maxwell, which we have seen is kind of the, you know, the bad pilot in the Hero, Chang Wu-Fei and Duo Maxwell triad. So strange card, I don't think it will see play, in my opinion. We have the level 5, 3 cost, 5/3, CB and GN drive, Gundam Kyrios, links with both Alleluia Baptism pilots. During link, during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, deal 1 damage to all enemy units that are level 3 or lower. This is kind of like the Gundam Sandrock from the starter deck for Wing, but Hallelujah makes it so it can't receive damage from the other unit, so it's kind of cool. 1 damage maybe won't be fundamental in that same turn, but if you accumulate these, it will matter. Then again, I think Alleluia Baptism is the worst pilot for CB right now. We still have to see the other version, maybe it will be stronger. So I think this card will maybe shine not for G23 but in the future, unless there will be some strange build that uses, you know, Setsuna and Lock-On and Hallelujah instead of playing Tyria. We have the G Bouncer, level 4, 3 cost, 4/3, Earth Federation, links with Earth Federation trait. When you place an EX resource, choose one of your H system units, it gains high maneuver during this turn. So this is interesting because it links with Earth Federation, so you can put an Amuro, you can put a Lane, you can put a Syla, you can put a Rida here, but the effect does only work with the H system. This is cool, so you can play this turn 4, and then turn 5 you play the H2 normal, you link it, you get an EX resource, and that gains high maneuver. You can attack, can be blocked, you can take a shield, you can take a base, becomes a 6 for attack, so you can clear any base, and then it's just tapped and it attracts the enemy attacks. As I said before, I think the H2 normal will be played on its own, so I don't think G Bouncer will find a way, though high maneuver is cool. We are getting more high maneuver this set, so we'll just have to see, because, you know, as I said, you can play this on an Earth Federation deck, and Lane gets high maneuver as well, so you can kind of play around it, so you can bypass the blockers in the late stage of the game, and so on. We have the Hygok, level 3, 2 cost, 3/2, Xeon Cyclops Team, links with Cyclops Team trait. When linked, if you have another Cyclops Team unit in play, deploy 1 rested Hygok Cyclops Team AP 2 HP 1 unit token. I like the Hygok, I mostly like the fact that it links, same as before, so it couldn't be a 3/3 because it has an effect. The Zugok is a 3/3, for example, so the when linked effect is cool in a way. Obviously, as we know, kind of all the tokens that enter rested are kind of terrible. You can definitely do better because they can die. This dies to a gun tank. Even worse, this dies to a NT1 Gundam Link and makes the opponent draw. And that's what's bad, for example, for the Zaku 2 FZ, on top of everything else. But this still gives your opponent 2 bodies to keep in mind. I think Hygok will see play in a Cyclops Team Xeon deck. we have the level 6, 5 cost Gundam Central Custom, 5-4 G-Team, links with Quatre. Enemy units choose one of your rested Magana Corps units as their attack target if possible when attacking. So that's what I was talking about before when we were talking about the H2 normal. It's another board control effect. The H2 normal works alone. This needs you to play Magana Corps units. Magana Corps units aren't really the best right now. So maybe in a G-Team Operation Meteor themed mono green deck, but I'm not sure this is enough, you know, especially because I'm not sure you want to play Quatre. The command pilot we have right now doesn't really have the best effect. So, I mean, this is a cool card, but it's to see if it will find a spot in the metagame right now. Level 5, 3 cost Gundam Dynamis, 4-4, CB and GN Drive, links with Lock-On, and it's a Bridge 3. I really like this card. Lock-On makes you attack an active unit, that's important, we said that before. This has Bridge 3. Bridge 3 is a lot, to be fair, like there's a small amount of cards that have a Bridge 5 or Bridge 4 effect, so Bridge 3 is honestly perfect. Cost 3, it's a 4-4, links with Lock-On, makes it attack an active unit, perfect for the CB deck in my opinion. The Celestial Being deck will get this day 1 when it comes out. Level 3, 2 cost, it's a Gok E, 3-3, Xeon Cyclops Team, links with Cyclops Team trait, nothing else to say about this. I think this is a solid card for that Xeon deck. You play this, you know, maybe turn 4 you play one of these and you play the Hygog, or you link this turn 3 and then you link the Hygog turn 4 and you get the token piece. It's a very cool play in my opinion. Level 3, cost 2, Odos Maganak, it's a 2-3 Maganak Corpse, links with Maganak Corpse trait. On attack, if you're attacking an enemy unit, this unit gets AP +2 during this battle. See, that's why that Gundam Sandrock is kinda strange, because Magana Corps units are very aggressive, but if they're aggressive, I don't have them to make the enemy attack them. You know, so this attacks as a 4-3, I wanna trade this with something that has 4 HPs. I'm not keeping it to protect myself, in my opinion. Level 6, 5 cost, Gundam Heavy Arm Custom, it's a 4-5, G-Team, links with Trowa. During your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, deal 2 damage to all enemy units with blocker. Then again, Trowa, it's kind of a terrible pilot in my opinion. I mean, it's better than Quatre, but it's still not very good. Doesn't see play, but this is a kind of a strong unit, especially if you pair this with an Electron Gundam, you know, so you just attack with this, your opponent keeps the freedom up, because doesn't want it to take damage from this, you kill a unit, you do 2 damage to it, then you link an Electron Gundam and you pop the Freedom Gundam on attack. As said before, I think this is more of a sideboard card if the game ever becomes a best of 3 game, but this is a solid card. The effect is strong, this can definitely pop a blocker, so very cool card actually. In my opinion, it's better than Big Zam, also because the effect is repeatable if it survives. Level 3, cost 3, Gundam Kyrios, Sail Unit Flight Mode. It's a 3-4, CB and GN Drive, links with both Hallelujahs. While you have a CB link unit in play, this card in your hand gets cost -1. Now, this is a cool version of the Isaac Custom and the Gigano was talking about before, because this links. So, of course, needing a CB link unit in play means this is maybe an advanced stage of the game, but this links. So I can play it for 2 and then immediately link it, and it's just attacks. So it's just not a matter of doing 2 suboptimal pieces at the same time, discounted by the fact that I have other cards on the board. And this is also a 3-4, while the others are a 2-3 and a 3-2. So this is just stronger in any way. Level 4, 2 cost, Gundam H1 Flat, it's a 4-3, Earth Federation and H System unit, links with Asuna Family trait. Don't really have an opinion on this one. There's better even for H System in my opinion. This is a very important card, though it's common. It's level 2, cost 1, Zaku 4 Snake Eyes, Yeti from G-Quack, it's a 2-2 and it's clan. This is the long-awaited 1-drop for the clan deck. It's to be seen if this will effectively make the deck better, but it's a start and it's needed because it also works well with the new Red Gundam we'll see later. Perfect, clan players couldn't ask for more. We start with red. Red is the second color that has 3 legendary rares. We start with the first one, level 7, 5 cost, Providence Gundam. It's a 5/5, Zaf trait, links with Rolex Creuset. During pair with a Zaf pilot, during your turn, all your Zaf units get AP+2. On attack, choose one enemy unit, deals 1 damage to it for each 4 AP this unit has. This is a strong card and this activates Zaf. And that's kind of all there is to it. The +2/+2 is perfect to activate all your Zaft units effect. The on attack effect is strong because with raw and its own effect, because it includes itself, becomes a 9/8 and on attack pings for 2. So it's basically a Sinanju, but it also deals damage if you want to trade another unit. So this can make a 2-for-1 or even a 2-for-0 if it survives. Perfect clearer, it doesn't really need to attack base. Even if you don't pair it, this attacks and pings for 1, so that's still not bad. And yeah, this is the card all Zaf players wanted, and this definitely delivers. We have the level 8, 7 cost, GQ, so Mega Psychomu. It's a 6/5 clan trait. Links with Machu, links with Nyan, that's very important. Has suppression, first red card with natural suppression. On deploy, choose one enemy unit, deal true damage to it. So this card is strong, but the real question is, was this card needed? Like, does clan need a level 8 drop? Don't get me wrong, suppression is strong, the deploy effect is strong. This can link with 2 pilots in that deck, and that's strong. But how does this impact the deck? That's a deck that kind of wants to be aggro or mid-range, and this is just a bit too much in my opinion. Still a beautiful card, I love Gundam G-Quax, I will definitely try it in clan, but you know, I don't think this is what's needed for that deck. This is what's needed for that deck. No, silly, I'm joking, because this is what a Zeon deck needed. It's the level 6 for cost G-Fred, it's a 4/5, it's Zeon, not clan, so it doesn't really work with Machu, doesn't really work with the G-Quax Gundam that searched the top 3, doesn't work with Skullgirl and Smuggler, so it's kind of a strange card, though it's canon, so yeah, that's just it. G-Fred has an activate main effect, once per turn you can pay 1, exile 1 palette card from your trash and deal 1 damage to all enemy units, so it basically does a orange attack for 1. When linked, during this turn, this unit may choose an active enemy unit with AP equal to or less than this unit as its attack target. G-Fred is a strong card, it's definitely a strong card, it's sad that you can put it in clan, but it's a strong card for Zeon decks in my opinion, of course links with Neon. And I think this is the perfect top end for a green-red Zeon deck. Beautiful, I love the G-Fred, honestly. Level 5 4 cost, Xi Gundam Flight Form. It's a 4/4, Mafti trait, links with Hazawinoa. When linked, deal 1 damage to all enemy units. This does orange attack on link. We love orange attack in this set. This is a very strong card in my opinion, especially because it activates Hathaway on every unit on the board. It's kind of strange that Xi Gundam didn't make it as a legendary rare for this set, so it really feels like Mafti as a trait was kind of rushed for the release of the Hathaway movie that gets out the same day the Requiem does, and that's very strange. We have the Vertigo. I love this card, it's very strange, but it's a level 5 for cost, 4/4, SRA trait, links with new type, which is very interesting. During a link, during your turn, while this unit is battling an enemy unit with destroyed effect, it gains first strike. It's a strange card, but I like it, just a silly guy. The effect is of course not very broad, but it's interesting. This is definitely a sideboard card. Very interesting here is the frequently asked question, because this doesn't gain first strike unless the destroyed effect is activated. So for example, if this fights a Charizard 2, with the destroyed effect, the one that has it on pair, it won't have first strike unless the card is paired. But you know, there's a couple cards in meta right now that have a destroyed effect, and there's a couple card that I think may be played in the future that have a on destroyed effect. So this is a cool card, and it's also cool that it links with Amuro, you know, links with Sora Zabirov, links with Paptimus actually. So it has a lot of playability. Links with a lot of people, to be fair, but these are the ones I care the most. We have the Guade's Commander type, level 4, 3 cost, 4/3, Zaft unit, links with Roller Creuset. On activate main has support 1. During your turn, when this unit is rested by an effect, choose one of your Zaft units and gets AP+2 during this turn. This is very interesting because it can effectively be a support 3 if you just tap it, but you can also pump something for 2 if you do, for example, a Human Karma. But it's also interesting, you can tap it to give support 1 to a unit and then just give AP+2 to another unit, so you can buff both at the same time. So it's kind of a support with steroids, you know. This is a very strong card, and I think this will definitely see play in the Zaft deck, especially because it links with Rao. We have the Red Gundam I was talking about before. It's a level 4, 2 cost, 2/4 clan unit, links with clan trait, which is very important. On deploy, choose one other active friendly clan unit, rest it. If you do, choose one enemy unit with 2 or less AP and deal 2 damage to it. This is a strong card. As I was saying before, we needed that Yeti Zaku, because you can play that, and then if it survives, you can just tap it. You know, you lose an attack, but you're trading a unit for free. And we needed low drops. We didn't really need big drops for clan, but this is a very strong card in my opinion. We have the level 5, 3 cost Gundam Brisego and Gundam Ashtaran. It's a 3/5, new unit, links with both Shaja Frost and Dolba Frost, and during links, this unit gains high maneuver. This is an okay card with Shaja because it becomes a 6/7, but does it actually? Did I just waste my meme? It's a 3 plus 2 makes 5. It's a 6/6, I think. Oh well, whatever. Memes, you know. High maneuver is okay, but it's during link, doesn't really do anything else. New unit doesn't really seem appealing right now, so this card is just a terrible choice, just like the meme I just done. We have the Patulia, it's level 7, 6 cost. It's a 5/6 SRA, links with Carius Nautilus. On deploy, deal 3 damage to all bases. Mind you, this also means yours. So this card is very strange. Of course, it activates Carius because he becomes a +3 if there are no bases, if I remember well. Can pop a base on deploy, but it's a strange space to explore, also because Carius doesn't really have many units, so maybe this will become better later. We have the Dual Gundam Assault Shroud, level 5, 3 cost, 3/4 Zaft unit, links with Isaac Chul. While this unit has 5 or more AP, you may choose an active enemy unit that is level 5 or lower as its attack target. As I said before, attacking active units is very important. You can give Breach, this one with the Zaft base. Isaac is okay, kind of makes you draw, but in general this is a very interesting unit, especially if you consider that just by having a Providence Gundam paired on board, this can attack an active unit and trade if you don't have the Breach. So you can also give it first strike. There's a lot of Zaft shenanigans that can be used now that Providence Gundam is in the game. We have the level 4, 3 cost Messer type FO2. It's a 3/2 Mafti, it links with Mafti trait. When paired, choose one enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. This is okay. So the problem right now is basically the only playable Mafti pilot is Hathaway, and of course you want to put Hathaway on better things. So we'll see in the future how it evolves. This is not a terrible unit, but this is not a cool unit either. in my opinion. We have the level 3, 2 cost, Doltress Flyer. It's a 2-3, new unit, on deploy, deploy 1 rested Doltress token. It's a 0-1. We know those. This is a terrible card like every other Doltress card, I'll be honest with you. You have the level 3, 2 cost, Valiant. It's a 2-4, new unit. While you have a unit token in play, this unit gets AP +1. What I already said, it's a new unit. It's not very cool. We have a 2-2, Jukue, it's a 2-3, it's a Zaft unit. Don't really see these played in Zaft, I think it's just draft bulk, so you can play a Zaft unit during your release event. Level 4, 2 cost, Dean Commander type, it's a 3-4, Zaft trait links with the Rolly Crusade. This is the classic 4-2-3-4 that links with the pilot. It's okay, I think Zaft has already enough cool units, so you cannot play this. We'll see. There it is, we have the level 4, 2 cost G-Fred, it's a 4-2, Xeon trait, links with Nyan, on burst. Another unit with burst, it's the second and only one for now. If there are 3 or less enemy shields, deploy 1 rested G-Fred Xeon for 3 unit token. So this is interesting because clearly the token can't link, but it's on burst, so if it untaps, it will be able to attack right away, so it doesn't really need to link. But the interesting part is the fact that the token has more HP than the normal card. I find that interesting. I think this is a solid card for a red-green Xeon aggro. I'll definitely play it. We are getting to purple. We have the level 7, 6 cost Gundam Exia Transam. It's a 6-4 CB and GN drive, links with Setsuna, has suppression. When this unit destroys an enemy shield area card with battle damage, if there are 10 or more CB cards in your trash, choose one enemy unit with the lowest HP and destroy it. So, because the damage is dealt to both shields at the same time, this will only destroy one unit, and that's important. I think this is a strong card, but I think it has the same problem any other card with suppression has, and that's the existence of blocker. Because, you know, this is strong on paper, but you then play it and this just attacks an Elfrit, you know, it battles an Elfrit, and then you just did nothing, and then they'll just trade it in return. Though it's a cool card for a top end for CB, we'll definitely see play. If it connects, like if you're not playing blockers, it's definitely strong. So, cool, powerful unit. We have the level 7, 6 cost Gundam Barbatos Lupus, it's a 5-5 Tekkadan Gundam frame, links with Mikazuki August, has an activate main effect that says choose 3 Tekkadan or Teiwatsu unit cards from your trash, exile them from the game. If you do, choose one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to it. This is very strong, and it's a perfect top end for Tekkadan. You'll definitely have more than 3 units in your trash before level 7. This can do 4 damage to a blocker and just destroy it. If you put Mikazuki on it, you can deal 5 damage, or you can just activate it once and do 3 damage and destroy Eric Diaz. This can clear anything. If you have enough units in your trash, it's a very cool card here. You have the level 6 4 cost Gundam X Divider, it's a 4-4 Vulture, links with both Garrow Run and Javelin Neat. When linked, you may choose one unit card that is level 4 lower from your trash for its cost to deploy it. So this is interesting because it doesn't say you have to choose a Vulture card. So you can play this, for example, in a Vagan deck or generally in any kind of deck, possibly with Jamil that loots you, though Garrod does as well, but Garrod is linked to having Vulture units in your deck. But this is a powerful card. I think you will see play probably still in a Vulture type of shell. At level 5 4 cost 3-3 Gundam Virtue, links with Tieria. Activate main support 2. When this unit deals battle damage to an enemy unit that is level 5 or lower, if you have a CB pilot in play, destroy that enemy unit. This is interesting, kinda strange though, but yeah, actually doesn't say it has to be your turn, so also works if they attack it. Doesn't even need to be linked, you can have a CB pilot on another card. So you can just play it, activate the support, and then when they trade in return, you can kill the unit. Though of course you kind of want it to be the other way around, so you wanna attack something bigger with this one, so it gets destroyed even if it shouldn't. But I think this is a solid card, especially if Thieria will be played. This support's not very important on this one, just the effect is cool. We have D level 6 5 cost Gundam Gusion Rebake Full City. It's a 5/4 Tech-9 Gundam frame unit, links with Akihiro, which is kind of the bad part of this card, because Akihiro it's not very good right now, we all know it. Has blocker, and during pair, once per turn, during your turn, when one of your Tech-9 Teiwatsu unit received effect damage, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower and rest it. I think this is a very powerful effect, because it's kind of a repeatable Amuro. So this card though is strange, because it has blocker, but it's, you know, that effect I wanted to stay on board as long as I can. So this is kind of a card that looks like it will never block and will never attack. Maybe works as a deterrent, having blocker. You'll definitely never link this for now, because Akihiro right now is just terrible. But this is a very strong card. All comes down to how many pings can Tekkadan have for yourself, because it only activates on yourself when you get to level 6. Like, of course, you'll maybe have 1 or 2 Mikazukis to link with Lupus, but you still gotta see those cards. But yeah, it's a strong effect, and this effect can end games. So this is a very interesting card. Maybe even had potential to be an LR with this effect. We have the Zira, very interesting card. It's a level 6, 5 cost, 4/5 vegan unit, links with Zihar Galeh, has high maneuver, and when paired with an X-Rander pilot, you may choose 4 vegan cards from your trash, exile them from the game. If you do, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower and destroy it. So this can pop a blocker or an attacker if you're against aggro. You can pair it with an X-Rander pilot, so it works with the Fleet Asuno as well, and it doesn't need to be linked, so you can also use the Galeh or whatever. I think this is a solid card, has high maneuvers, so doesn't care about blockers, clears blockers for other cards. You'll definitely have 4 vegan units in your trash by the time it comes out. I really like this card, and I think X-Rander can be a build-around deck in this set. Level 4, 2 cost Gundam Hajiroboshi second form. It's a 4/3 civilian and Gundam frame unit, links with Wistario Afam. When paired with a purple pilot, choose one enemy unit at level 2 or lower and destroy it. This is a perfect anti-aggro card. Don't really have nothing else to say about this. It's interesting that it's a civilian, so it doesn't really give an advantage to Tekkadan, and you can also play this on any purple deck, even if you don't play with Stario, because it's on pair with a purple pilot. So it's a very interesting card. We have the Gundam Barbados Adapt. It's a level 4, 2 cost, 2/4 Tekkadan and Gundam frame unit, links with Mikazuki August. On deploy, choose one of your units and one enemy unit, deal 1 damage to them. Has the same effect as Mikazuki. Having another instance of this effect in the deck is definitely cool. For example, for the Full City we just talked about, but in general, you can put Mikazuki on this and you can just destroy a 2/2 from your opponent, or a 3/2 for example. So it's a very strong card. We have the GN Armored Type E. It's a level 6, 4 cost, 5/4 CB and GN drive, links with CB trade and has blocker. This is a strong card for CB. Not sure it will see play. It's cool that it's a link with all the pilots, which is, for example, something that was missing from the starter deck. They were all, named the links. This links with anything, but it's a bit of a top end, yeah, you want to play the Exia Transam. I'm not sure you want to play this, but probably you will. It's a cool card nonetheless. Also, pops up with Thieria, makes you draw cards if it dies while blocking. Level 2 cost 2, Farsia. It's a 2/2 UE and vegan, links with Urinal CL. This card in your trash gets cost -1. I think this is a very interesting design, because it's made to be played from trash. Of course, you won't be dropping this on turn 1, because there's no way, not even turn 2. But this is very interesting, because it's a sack material for the Zidas. You can put it on your trash, you can play it again, only costs 1, so you can just throw it at other, other units from your opponent with Zidas. It's a very interesting card, peculiar. We don't have anything like this in the game right now. We have the Zetas R, it's a level 4, 3 cost, 4/3 vegan unit, links with X-Runner trait. As I said, X-Runner can be a build around in this set. On attack, you may choose one vegan card from your trash, exile it from the game. If you do choose one of your vegan unit, it gets AP +2 during this turn. I'm not sure this is an effect that vegan will want, but as I said, it's an X-Runner trait link with good stats. And if you do this on itself and you play Dezil or Zihar on this becomes a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on attack. And this can pop anything basically. So I think it's a strong, cool card. We have now a terrible card. We have the level 2, cost 2, GGS Mobile Worker Commander type. It's an 0/2 from Tekkadan. Once per turn, during your turn, when this unit receives effect damage, deploy one rested GGS Mobile Worker Tekkadan AP1 HP1 unit token. So why is this terrible? Because generally in Tekkadan you want to ping your own units so you can get benefit from them, and this is not a real benefit for various reasons. First, because this token come in tapped. Second, because you can definitely play better for this cost at the same level. And third, because the Gundam NT1 exists, so you can pop this off and just draw a card. And generally, because you have the Barbados that gets suppression, you have the Barbados that draws card. So why would I waste my pings here? We have the level 6, 5 cost, Gundam Barbados 6 form, it's a 5/4. Tekkadan Gundam Frame unit links with Mikazuki. When this unit has 1 HP, gains repair 2. This is very interesting, you kind of have to play on the edge. I'm not sure this will see play, because I think Mikazuki has enough links already, but this can maybe be one more, because it repairs itself, so it's not that bad, but I'm not sure about it, to be fair. We have the level 4, 2 cost, GX Pit, it's a 3/3, old unit, Vulture, deploy. If you deploy this unit from your trash, choose one enemy unit with 4 or less AP and deal 2 damage to it. This is an interesting card, some way to make it pop off. So I'm not sure this will see play, though it's kind of cool as long as we're talking about the stats for the cost and level. And if you play this from your trash, you also get to ping 2. So this might see play, actually, only misses a link, but you can't have it all. We have the level 2, 1 cost, O Gundam, it's a 2/2, CB and GN drive. This is the 1 drop for CB, basically. I don't really have nothing else to say about it. It is cool, will be played in 4 per in the deck. We have the level 5, 4 cost, the Force, it's a 2/5, UE and vegan. On deploy, you may choose one X-Runner card from your trash and add it to your hand. If you do, discard 1, so this is cool to get your pilots back. Then you maybe discard one of the piece that you can play for 1 from the trash, or you discard the card we just seen. So only bad thing about this card is the stats, basically, because 2/5 is kind of ugly. You have the level 3, 2 cost, Zetas M, it's a 3/3, vegan, and links with the X-Runner trait. This is perfect, because it's a 3/2, 3/3 that links with a very broad trait, because you can link this with the purple X-Runner pilots, but you can also pilot this with Split Asuno, so this is a very broad link, and it's a very aggressive piece, and I like it. We have the level 5, 3 cost, 5/4, Tekkadan Gundam Frame unit, links with Mikazuki August, doesn't have an effect. Moving on. We have the level 4, 3 cost, Ruwei, it's a 3/4, Teiwatsu and Tekkadan unit, links with Teiwatsu and Tekkadan trait. On deploy, you may choose one of your units, deal 1 damage to it, it gets AP +1 during this turn. This is very nice, because it pings, it buffs, it links with anything, has perfect stats, and very cool card. We have the level 3 2-cost Gundam Hiroboshi. It's a 3-3, while a friendly base is in play, this unit gains blocker, links with Wistario. I really like the art on this one. It's a strange card, not sure, you know, you need a blocker like this, especially because this doesn't really work in the Tekkanon deck, as we were saying before. So the other Hiroboshi that does a removal, it's a cool card. This one, not sure of it. Finally, we make it to white. This is a very interesting card. I'm waiting for this. I think it's interesting. I think this will be a build around card. It's a perfect aggro card. It's the level 4 3-cost Graham Union Flag Custom. It's a 4-2 super power block unit, links with Graham Acker, reads High Maneuver. Has been a lot of talking around this card because it's kind of written awfully, and what's funny is that this doesn't have a frequently asked question related to it. So they just changed the rules of the game to make it clear. During Link, at the end of the turn when this unit is paired with a pilot, set it as active. So this is sort of a reflexive trigger, so it only triggers once because it's a During Link, but it says only the turn that this unit was paired with a pilot. So this untaps only once, but it has High Maneuver, it's a very low cost unit, it untaps so it defends itself. Perfect aggro unit, and we'll see Graham later. He's very strong, and if you can abuse it and untap it more often, it's perfect. But if you can only do that once, this just attacks 2 times without dying with High Maneuver, so it bypasses blocker and it's very strong. We have the Freedom Gundam. This is a terrible card, I'm scared of it. It's a level 6, 5-cost, 4-5 Triple Ship Alliance card, links with Kira Yamato. While this unit is rested, friendly shields can receive battle damage from enemy units. It's not even that they had to attack this like with the H2 normal or the Sandrock, it's just that your shield can't receive battle damage. So for example, if your opponent doesn't read the cards in a tourney and they decide to attack the shields, they are a legal target, so they attack the shields but they don't take damage. This doesn't protect your shields from breach, but what I think is very powerful is the fact that you can find ways to tap these at action speed, like for example with Human Karma, and so just make your opponent waste their attack or maybe their turn depending on how they attack. And you also get probably to remove a card with Human Karma, so this card will see play, like there is no way it won't. We have the level 7, 5-cost Zeta Gundam Biosensor. It's a 5-5 AUG trait, links with Camille. On deploy, choose one enemy unit. For each AUG unit card in your trash, it gets AP -1 during this turn. This is an interesting card, links with Camille, it's basically can give first strike to something, because you can just get the opponent to 0, because level 7 is pretty far in the game and there's a lot of AUG card in the game, so this can definitely get something to 0 AP. I think this is an interesting card. It may even be better than the normal legendary rarity the Gundam, but this will definitely see play in an AUG deck. Level 4 3-cost Airstrike Gundam. It's a 3-4 blocker, Triple Ship Alliance, links with Mu, and on deploy, if you have another Triple Ship Alliance unit in play, draw 1, then discard 1. So this is basically the Launcher Strike Gundam, but links with Mu instead of linking with Kira, and they gave it an additional effect. I think this will just get the place of the Launcher Strike Gundam, or even better, because right now Launcher Strike Gundam isn't really played often, but this gives you, the chance to loot your deck, and that's interesting. And Mu is such a strong pilot, even if it doesn't see play, so this maybe will see play also with Mu, and I'm looking forward to it because it's very interesting. Also has a very cool alternative art in the promos for GDO3. Level 7, 5 cost, Great Zane. It's a 6-4 Galeron trait, links with Ain, has blocker. During link, activate action once per turn. If there are 6 or more Galeron cards in your trash, choose one enemy unit battling this unit, gets AP -3 during this battle. So technically this just means this is a 7/7 on Link, because you give -3 to a unit and then they have to deal 7 damage to this to kill it. But Ain is not really a cool card right now, and this costs a lot, so I'm not sure this will see play. Also, because without the Link, a 6/4 blocker at level 7 just ain't gonna cut it, in my opinion. We have the level 3, 2 cost, 3/1 super power block unit, links with super solid trait, it's the Tieren Taotzi. During pair, while you have another super power block unit in play, enemy units choose this sized unit as their attack target if possible when attacking. This is a mini version of the H2 with a lot more restriction, because you have to have a pilot on this, and you have to have another super power block unit for this, and then you have to have this unit tapped. Interesting anti-aggro card. The problem with these super power block cards is they generally have 1 or 2 HP, and so they just die very fast, and that's why I think generally the Graham Union Flag Custom will be the only card that will make it, because it protects itself. We have the level 5, 4 cost Super Gundam, that's not super at all, it's a 4/4 AUG, links with AUG trait, which is cool that it doesn't link with Camille. During link on attack, choose one enemy unit with no pair pilot, it gets AP -2 during this turn, so it's just a worse Kira Yamato, so let's just move on. With the level 8, 6 cost Freedom Gundam Meteor, it's a 6/6 Triple Ship Alliance, links with Kira Yamato once per turn. During your turn, when your Triple Ship Alliance unit deals battle damage to an enemy unit, you may return the enemy unit to its owner hand. I don't really like this card, it's very strange, because it's like you attack an enemy unit with one of your small pieces and you damage it, and then you make it return to their hand, and then they just play it again, and you got -1 card, and you healed their unit. So this will definitely be effective against token decks. If they make a big token, like for example Tekaran can do it, we'll see it later. But other than that, this is kind of terrible, and so that made me think this is a sideboard card, basically, if the game ever gets to be best of 3. This one though is very interesting, it's a level 8, 7 cost Justice Gundam Meteor, it's a 6/6 Triple Ship Alliance, links with Ultron. When linked, choose 1 to 3 enemy units with 3 or less HP and return them to their owner hands. So this can just swipe blockers, and then you have to win the turn, because then they will play them again, but this, gets a Fatum token out of the way, gets a Rick Diaz out of the way, gets maybe a Striker Pack token out of the way, so it's very, very powerful. Destroys tokens, of course, so very powerful card. We have the level 2, 2 cost, 3/1 super power block unit, links with Sergei Smirnov. During link, destroy, return the card paired with this unit to your hand. Nah. We have level 3, 2 cost, G Defensor, it's a 3/2 AUG trait, links with AUG trait. When you rest your base with one of your units effect, you may rest this unit instead. This is very interesting, because you can tap this instead of tapping a base for your Zeta Gundam, so you can tap the base for another Zeta Gundam if you have another in play. It's cool that it links with AUG trait, so it's a very aggressive piece. I think this is interesting for AUG decks. We have the Gundam Chimaris Trooper mode, it's a level 6, 4 cost, 5/4 Galeron Gundam frame, links with Gaelio. When linked, choose 1 Galeron command card from your trash and add it to your hand. Terrible card. I don't really see the appeal for Galeron right now, maybe in the future. We have the level 2, 1 cost, AEU, Enact Demonstration Color, it's a 2/1 Super Power Block unit, links with Super Power Block trait. It's probably the smallest piece that links in the game right now, but it has a drawback. So this unit can only attack during a turn when one of your superpower block UN units is deployed. So if you play this and you find a way to link it right away, it can attack, but then for every turn after that you need to play another superpower block UN units to attack with it. So it's kind of a tricky, and also it's a 2-1, and that's kind of terrible for all the reasons we stated before. We have the Union Flag with its gun, Pum Pum. It's a level 3, 2 cost, 4-1 superpower block unit. While you have 2 or more superpower block UN units in play, this card in your hand gets cost -1. So basically you make a 4-1 for 4-1. Sorry. But then again, it's a 1, so it will die. Has the same stat line as the Zaku 3 Sleeves, which is a cool card, but that can link and you can put, you know, full frontal on it and it becomes a 6-3, which is okay, can pop a base. You can put a pilot on here on this as well, but doesn't link, gets pinged. I'm not very sure about this. Level 1, cost 1, AAU Hellion, 1-1 superpower block with blocker. These clearly won't see play, like Ares and Dragos, haven't seen it. Okay, on to the pilots. We have finished the units. Paptimus is very strong. It's a level 5, 1 cost, +2/+2, of course has burst. When linked, choose one of your other units, it gains repair 2 during this turn, then if it's a Jupiter's units, draw 1. Paptimus is very strong because it does everything. Gives repair to a unit, draws generally because you want to do this on a Jupiter's unit, but it's very interesting that it's a Titans, Jupiter's, and new type pilot, so that when linked effect will basically always activate, because you can put this basically anywhere. You can put this on a Titans League, you can put it on the Marseille, you can put it on the Messala, you can put it of course on the DO, you can put this on the Vertigo if you want to, and you will realistically draw a card and attack, and it's a +2/+2. It's insane. Probably the main villain for this set, and I'm hoping it will work well. We have Christina Mackenzie. It's a level 3, 1 cost, +1/+1, of course as burst. When playing this card from your hand and pairing it with a unit with Gundam NT1 in its card name, play this card as if it has 0 cost. So you can link Christina on a Alex if you started second without using your EX resource, but that makes her a sideboard card in my opinion, because it's a +1/+1. The cool Alex links with Amuro, so Amuro is better. She's a Nerf Federation, which is cool because you can play her on a Nerf Federation deck, but we do have better, because, you know, her effect only works on the Alex. So, for example, Sayla is better in my opinion. We have Yazan, very interesting pilot. It's a level 4, 1 cost, of course, as burst. Titans. On attack, choose one of your Titans unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit. It gets AP +1 during this turn. So it can also target itself, so it's basically a level 4 +2/+2 pilot, which is probably the strongest pilot we have right now if you are only talking raw power. I don't think he'll see play, I mean maybe in an all Titans configuration instead of Jared, because if you want to play, you know, Amuro, if you want to play Repair, he's not that strong, because basically also because he's not Jupiter's, so yeah, there's that. We have a D4 blue pilot. It's started Zabirov, very strong. It's a level 3, 1 cost, +1/+1. Titans, Jupiters, and new type. Same stuff as Shiroko, can link anywhere, has a when-linked effect. Choose one immediately level 3 or lower and rest it. This is arguably better than Amuro's effect, at least if you're talking about blockers, because this taps for the level and not for the AP or HP, so it can bypass Duo Maxwell or a full frontal or any +2 HP pilot put on a fleet. It just taps it and it moves on, and it links with a lot of units, so that when linked effect really ain't got nothing on Amuro's when paired effect. Onto green, we have Asimo Asuno, Fleet's Child. It's a level 4, 1 cost, +2/+1, Earth Federation Asuno family, pilot with burst. During link, if this is an H system unit, gets AP +1 and breach 1. This is very interesting for its own unit because it becomes huge, has breach, doesn't really link with cool stuff. For example, doesn't link with the Titus with breach, so you can give it more breach. And the real bad thing is this isn't an X-Rounder pilot, so you can't really make it work in a Gundam Age shell, in my opinion, but I think it will be stronger with the H2 normal as a one-off for the deck, you know. We have Bernard Wiseman, it's a level 2, 1 cost, +0/+1 Xeon Cyclops Team pilot. Increase this unit AP by an amount equal to the number of Cyclops Team pilot cards or command cards with unique names in your trash. Bernard just requires too much work for what it does, so I don't think it will see play. I think Mikhail will be the played Cyclops Team pilot. He's a level 4, 1 cost, +2/+1 Xeon Cyclops Team, has burst of course. On attack, choose one of your Cyclops Team units, includes itself, it gains breach 1 during this turn. So links, it attacks, it's already a +2, it gives breach, strong, solid. For red, we have level 4, 1 cost, +2/+1, Role Creuset, of course has burst, it's a Zaft pilot. When linked, choose one Zaft base card from your trash, add it to your hand. Kind of underwhelming effect, though Zaft cards are the key for the archetype, to be fair. One gives breach, one gives +1, one gives +2, and so getting them back is cool, but the real reason why this pilot is strong is because it's a Zaft pilot with a +2 AP, so it can activate anything. We have Nyan, level 4, 1 cost, +1/+2, Xeon, a new type pilot. Very interesting, she's new type, of course. It has burst. When linked, place the top card of your deck into your trash. If you place a Xeon or clan card with this effect, choose one enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. It's very interesting that she pings, has to be a build-around deck, of course. It's kind of sad she's not a clan pilot, because she fought in clan battles, but this will be an interesting card with the G-Fred for the Xeon deck, in my opinion. With level 4, 1 cost, +2/+1, Caris Nautilus, has burst, SRA, a new type pilot. While no enemy base is in play, this unit gets AP +1, so it's effectively a +3/+1 pilot with less restriction than, for example, Asimo Asuno. So it's very interesting, especially because he's a new type, so it can link with a lot of stuff. I mean, not a lot right now, but it's still a relevant type to have, you know, for example, for Turning Point of History. For purple, we have Zihar Galet, it's a level 5, 1 cost, +2/+2, Vegan X-Rounder pilot, has burst. When paired, place the top 2 cards of your deck into your trash. If you place the Vegan card with this effect, choose one enemy unit, gets AP -2 during this turn. The effect is strong, but not really that strong. It's cool that it gives you some trash, but it's very strong. It's +2/+2, it's an X-Rounder, it's a Vegan, has a lot of important traits if you want to play a Gundam Age based deck, so it's a cool card. Level 4, 1 cost, SZ Gurumin is a +1/+2 Teiwat's pilot, has burst, and once per turn, when this unit receives effect damage, choose one enemy unit, gets AP -1 during this turn, so it's a more difficult and weaker version of Kira Yamato, but it's cool and links with Teiwat's, and so I'm not sure this will see play, but it's still a cool card to have. We have the level 4, 1 cost, Jamil Neat, has burst, +2/+1, Vulture, a new type card. During link, on attack, you may discard 1, if you do, draw 1. This is very powerful. I think this is the Vulture pilot, because it's way stronger than Garrod. It does the same thing, but you can't fail to find, and so very, very interesting pilot. Also more aggressive because it's +2/+1. We have Wistario Afam, it's a level 4, 1 cost, +1/+2, has burst, it's a civilian. During link, once per turn. During your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and return 1 to the top. Place the remaining card into your trash. So Wistario is interesting because it gives you card selection and you can put stuff in your trash, which is something that purple in general wants to do, but has a lot of restriction for the fact that generally this will just trade once. I don't think this can survive more turns to do the effect more often, and also the fact that one of his unit has blocker and this saves during your turn, so it's kind of tricky. It's interesting, but it's to be seen if they can, you know, give you the advantage you need. We have Graham Acker as a rare pilot for white. He's a level 4, 1 cost, +2/+1, superpower block and UN pilot, has burst. During link, when this rested unit is set as active by an effect, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP and return it to its owner hand. So Graham is interesting because the Union flag is interesting. It's also interesting that it can bounce stuff. For example, this is very strong if you do it against Rick Dom, not that strong if you do it against a Rick Diaz because it's in the end of turn. So this doesn't really free you from a blocker, but it does free you from, you know, an attacker. So unit that can't be linked, so it can't attack the next turn. But I think he's a strong pilot, and I think we'll see him around. We have a machine for AUG. It's a level 3, 1 cost, +1/+1 pilot, has burst. And during link, when destroyed, if a friendly white base is in play, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than this unit and return it to its owner hand. This is interesting, it's an interesting card. I'm not sure AUG needs it, but maybe she'll be better than Quattro. We'll see. I think this card has potential. And then we have as our last pilot Soma Perez, level 3, 1 cost, +1/+1, superpower block, UN and super soldier. When destroyed, choose one enemy unit, gets AP -3 during this turn. This is interesting because it's something that we don't have in the game yet, so it's kind of difficult to, you know, to visualize it. Has to be tested, but I think she could be a cool pilot. The problem is superpower block doesn't really seem to have cool units. But she's interesting because you can trade with a unit and give -3 to another one, for example a tapped Rickdom, and then trade with it for free. Or if they attack you, you give it -3 to the Rickdom and it can't attack you and can't breach. I think it's interesting. The real problem is the link potential in this case. Alright, we now get into the command zone. So we have a level 3, 1 cost, a healthy curiosity, main, draw 1, then if there are 2 or more cards with a healthy curiosity in their card name in your trash, choose one enemy unit with 4 or less HP and rest it. This is kind of a theme we'll see in the set, the fact that you have to have 2 or more cards with the same name in your trash to make these commands more effective. The problem here is this doesn't have burst. So it's a cool cycle card, and then when you drew 2 or more cards off of it, you can rest a unit. But do I really want to play this instead of playing another unit in my deck? That's a real question, and I'm not sure about it. Maybe, because you know the effect is still strong. You just replace it with another card when you use it, and then at a certain point you can tap 2 units basically if you get 2 of them. If you play 4, so it's kind of interesting. We have a privileged position. It's a level 6, 2 cost, command, on burst, draw 1, and on action, choose one of your Titan Link unit, battle an enemy unit, and set it as active. This is interesting because it can also be used defensively if they maybe try and trade your unit in 2 times. So they attack you once, you untap it, and they can't attack you back. Or it's interesting because you can attack twice with this. But basically you have to clear a unit and then attack the shields, so kind of makes a Titan Link unit work like some sort of Zeta Gundam. But you know, I'm not sure the Titans deck will have some place for it, because we do have a lot of cool Titans unit. Also, this doesn't work with the Psycho Gundam, because Psycho Gundam makes you draw only once, so it's kind of strange card. We have Field Directive. It's a level 4, 1 cost, on burst, choose one enemy unit with 2 or less HP and rest it, which is not much to be fair. Stops aggro, but that's all it does. On main, if 3 or more enemy units are in play, choose one rested enemy unit and deal 2 damage to it. So it's cool that it has a burst that taps units and has a main that destroys units, but you know, this is a less effective close combat because you can play it later. Of course it costs less, but the enemy has to have more units. But on burst it taps a unit, but it doesn't destroy. I'm not sure blue decks will find a way to fit this in, to be fair. We have Ricoa. Ricoa Shadow is a command pilot, it's a level 3, 1 cost, +1 if it's a pilot, links with Titans and Jupiters. As a command, domain or action, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP, rest it. If a friendly Jupiter's link unit is in play, choose 1 to 2 enemy units with 3 or less HP instead. Very interesting to push, as I said before. The Titans team and Jupiter's mostly team seems to be rest unit. This can rest 2 Rick Diaz basically. It's a very strong card and it has very relevant link traits, so maybe you'll find a way to fit this in a Jupiter's deck because it's a very interesting card and it's a cool pilot to have if needed. We have Bridge Crew, level 4, 1 cost. On burst, add this card to your hand. On main, choose one friendly unit. During this turn, you may choose an active enemy unit that has no pilot paired with it as its attack target. As I said before, attacking active units is very important in this game, but I don't think that's a relevant effect if paired with a command card. So if you get there from a unit or if you get there from a pilot, you're already doing something else, but this is like, you know, some sort of that one looks a lot stronger for clan, and that card is not very cool, and this card I don't think is very cool either, even though it has burst, so it's not a wasted card if they get it on your shield. We have the level 6 4-cost Mav Tactics. On main, deploy 1 rested G-Quax or Makeup Psycho Clan AP3 HP2 unit token and 1 rested Red Gundam Clan AP2 HP3 unit token. So the big problem with Mav Tactics is it doesn't have burst of any kind. Even draw a card, even make one token. You just pay 4 at level 6 to get 2 rested units on main, and then they just attack them and destroy. Of course, maybe they have to trade for it, but I'm not really liking it. I'd rather just play a unit, I think. We have the level 4 1 cost Xeon and Cyclops team command pilot Hardy Steiner, +1/+1. As a command, it's over the river into the woods. On main, choose one enemy unit that is level 5 or lower, deal damage to it equal to the number of friendly unit tokens in play. I don't think this will see play, because unit tokens are frail, and while this is a removal, it's asking you a lot. Though it's a common pilot, it's +1/+1 and links with Xeon and links with Cyclops team, I think the next one will be more playable. It's Gabriel Ramirez Garcia, +1/+0, Xeon and Cyclops team, level 3, 1 cost. As a command, it's how many miles to the battlefield. On main, deploy 1 Hygok AP2 HP1 unit token. So it's interesting because it's basically a unit pilot, because you can play it as a pilot, you can play it as a command that makes a unit. And it's very interesting that though it has 1 HP, it doesn't come in play rested. So it's an active token, can be attacked, can be gun tanked, so I think this is a strong command pilot for Xeon. Improved technique, it's a level 3, cost 3, on burst, activate discard main, on main or action, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower, deal 3 damage to it. If there are 2 or more cards with improved technique in their card name in your trash, choose one enemy unit instead. Interesting, this is some sort of buffed Battle of Aces, because it does 3 damage with no restriction, other than the level, of course. And if you have 3 of them or more, it does that damage to any kind of unit without the restriction. So I think this is a strong card to add to Close Combat and Battle of Aces in a burst-based deck. Eliminate Target is a very fun card, it's level 6, 1 cost. Main and action, choose one pilot paired with an enemy unit that is level 5 or lower and destroy it. So this is just a bullet in this call for Amuro Ray. The fact that this card doesn't have burst doesn't really make it playable, it's a very niche card, maybe it will be a sideboard card. It's a very funny card, especially in a limited format, but I don't really see any use for it right now. We have a level 3, 1 cost, Emeralda Zubin Pilot Common card with Mafti, +0/+1. On main or action, it's Infiltrator present, choose one friendly Mafti unit, gets AP +3 during this turn. Don't really think it's playable. Level 4, 1 cost, Warped Intent, very funny. On burst, you add it to your hand, and on main or action, during this turn, all units paired with a pilot gets AP +2. So this is a very interesting board-wide buff for Zaft. What's interesting is it gives the buff to your opponent's units as well, because it doesn't say friendly units or your units, it just says all units. But it's a very strong card against blocker, because generally blockers don't get pilot on them, and in general it's very interesting to buff these Zaft pilots that have +1 APs to activate the effects of the units if you don't get the Providence Gundam, so it's very interesting. Human Karma is another very interesting card. On main or action, level 3, 2 cost, choose one active friendly unit, rest it. If you do, choose one enemy unit whose level is equal to or lower than the unit rested with this ability, deal 3 damage to it. It's a very strong burn command, and in this case, I think of course having a burst effect would have been better, but this is just so strong that even if it doesn't have it, this will definitely see play, especially because you can do some dirty stuff. For example, as I was saying before, you can tap the Freedom Gundam at action speed to throw off your opponent, and that's very strong. Look of Determination is a 2 level 2 cost command. On burst, you activate the action, and on action, choose one active enemy unit that is level 2 or lower, destroy it. If there are 10 or more cards in your trash, choose one active enemy unit that is level 4 or lower instead. Very interesting removal command, only costs 2, is only level 2, and can get rid of a lot of stuff, so it's very interesting in my opinion. We have Urinal Ciel as a command pilot, level 3, 1 cost. As a pilot, it's a civilian vegan X-Rander pilot, so very interesting, +1/+0. As an action, it's Distant Reunion. Choose one friendly unit paired with the next rounded pilot, can receive battle damage from enemy units with 2 or less AP during this battle. If you are level 7 or higher, it can receive battle damage from enemy units with 5 or less AP instead. Kind of interesting, but I don't think this will see play, at least for now, as it only has one link, and though the effect is cool, you have to keep one untapped to do it. I don't think it's worth it right now. We have Towards Destiny, level 3, 1 cost. On main or action, choose one friendly vegan unit and one enemy unit, deal 2 damage to them. Interesting burn spell. You destroy your unit you can play from the trash, your opponents can't, and does 2 damage for only 1 cost. So maybe you attacked and then you just sacrifice it, you will play it again next turn. Orga's Order is a level 3, 1 cost. On main, if 1 to 4 enemy units are in play, deploy 1 Grace Custom, it's a 2/2 unit token. If 5 or more enemy units are in play, deploy 1 Gundam Verbatis for form, it's a 4/4 unit token. This is interesting because you can play it instead of a 1-drop basically, so at first it will still be a Grades Custom, though for level 3 instead of level 2, and then late game it becomes more valuable because it becomes a 4/4. So I think this card will see play instead of playing maybe 8 1-drops in Tekkadan. The only problem comes if they bounce it back like with an late strike, but that's just, you know, the usual token drill. Or they can become the target for a Sailor's Gun Cannon, but that happens as well. Awaken Potential is a level 4, 1 cost. On burst, you add it to your hand. On action, choose one rested enemy unit that is level 4 or lower, return it to its owner hand. And if there are 2 or more cards with Awaken Potential in the card name in your trash, you may choose one friendly unit against blocker during this turn. Very interesting card because you can get it back from burst and then instantly use it on your opponent's next attack. It bounces a level 4 or lower after it attacked, and that's a lot. And you can also give your units blockers, so this card does it all for white decks. It's a very interesting card. We have Awkward Approach, it's a level 3, 1 cost. On main, choose one rested friendly base, set it as active. If you do, all enemy units get AP -1 during this turn. Very interesting to untap your base and reuse the Zeta Gundam effect and so on, but I don't think this is worth it, especially because it doesn't have a burst. Level 2, 1 cost, Patrick Colosaur is a +1/+0 superpower block a UN pilot or Immortal Colosaur on main during this turn. If a friendly superpower block UN unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, choose one rested friendly superpower block or UN unit and set it as active. It can't attack during this turn. This is very interesting to untap the ground unit flag again, so you can protect it and you can bounce another card if you have Requiem. So maybe this will see play in this kind of aggro type deck, so you can attack twice with the Union Flag custom with high maneuver, so you can keep protecting it. Katsu Kobayashi, I hate him, but he's strong here. It's a level 1, cost 1, AUG new type pilot, +1/+0. As a command, his unheralded attack. On action, choose one friendly base and one enemy unit with 3 or less HP and rest them. You can play this as soon as turn 1 because the EX base counts and you can just stop an attack, and this is very interesting and very strong. We have Sergei Smirnov, level 2, 1 cost, +0/+1 as a pilot, superpower block and UN, or veteran tactics as a command. On action, choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower, return it to its owner hand. Kind of interesting, some sort of Mula Flaga, but not really sure about it. Finally, we get to the bases. We have the Jupitris, it's a level 3, 1 cost. 05 Titans, Jupitris and Warship base has burst and on deploy. Add 1 your shield to your hand, then if a friendly Jupitris unit is in play, choose one enemy unit at level 3 or lower and rest it. Sort of a broader Nylor Argama, though it only works with the level. So it's like the Sarah Zabirov is to Amuro, this is to Nylor Argama. A very interesting base I think we'll see play in the Jupitris deck. Ribo Colony is a level 3, 1 cost, 05 Earth Federation Stronghold base, as burst. On deploy, add 1 shield to your hand, and once per turn, when you pair a pilot that is level 3 or lower to one of your units, choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP and rest it. This is interesting because it works, but we don't really have many level 3 or lower pilots, so I'm not sure about it. Maybe you can build around this, to be fair. We have Peace Million. This is very strong. It's a level 6, 1 cost, 06 G-Team Warship. On burst, you deploy it, of course. On deploy, add 1 shield to your hand. Once per turn, during your turn, when a friendly Operation Meteor or G-Team unit that is level 6 or higher destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, that friendly unit may recover 2 HP. This is very relevant with the starter deck Wing Gundam, because it can enter, it can attack active units, it has Breach 5, and with this it also heals itself. And what's more interesting is the fact that that is a cost 4, 6 level card, so you can play that, you can link with Hero, and you can play Peace Million all in the same turn, and then just do this, and this is very, very strong for the Wing Zero deck, to be fair. Cyclops Team, on the other hand, is terrible. It's a level 4, 1 cost, 05 Zero and Cyclops Team base. On burst, deploy this card. On deploy, add 1 shield to your hand. All friendly unit tokens get AP +1 during your opponent's turn. Yeah, Xeon and especially Cyclops Team works with tokens, but I don't really think this is very relevant, especially because it buffs their AP and not their HP, which is the the problematic part of these tokens. Jashindua is a level 6, 1 cost, 06 base, Zaft Stronghold. Burst deploy, add 1 your shield to your hand, then choose one friendly Zaft unit, gets AP +3 during this turn. This is very interesting because you can cycle it, early game if you play white with Overflowing Affection, and then you get it back with Roller Crusade, or in general, if they pop it, you just play Roller Crusade and get it back. It's an 06, so it's very durable, and it's a very interesting card to buff your Zaft units. Dorothea, on the other hand, is terrible. It's a level 4, 1 cost, 05 New Unit Warship. Burst deployed, deploy add 1 shield to your hand once per turn. During your opponent's turn, when one of your unit is rested by one of your opponent's effect, choose one enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. Some sort of countermeasure to Amuro, to DO, and so on. Doesn't work with new units only, so it's cool, but 1 damage once per turn isn't really gonna make it, in my opinion. We have Otorubi, it's a level 4, 1 cost, 05, Tekkadan Warship, burst, deploy this card, on deploy 1 shield to your hand. During your turn, when one of your friendly Tekkadan or Teiwatsu unit receives effect damage, you may rest this base. If you do, place the top card of your deck into your trash. This is interesting to fuel the lupus, and purple doesn't really have cool bases as of now, so I think this will be playable because it works with the archetype, you know, so it's a cool base actually. Donis as well is very interesting for Vegan. It's a level 5, 2 cost, 05, Vegan Stronghold. On burst you deploy it, on deploy 1 shield to your hand. Then if it's your turn, so Sally doesn't work on burst, but that's okay. You may choose one Vegan unique card that is level 4 or lower from your trash, pay its cost to deploy it, so you can make stuff come back from the trash, which is what Vegan wants. So I think this will be the Vegan or X-Rounder base. Eternal is a level 5, 2 cost, 05, Triple Ship Alliance and Warship. Deploy this card on burst. When you deploy it, 1 shield to your hand. Then, if you have 2 or more Triple Ship Alliance units in play, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or lower, return it to its owner hand. Very interesting bounce card. We'll definitely see play in the Triple Ship Alliance deck, in my opinion, if Archangel and Argama aren't the top choice. And lastly, if I'm not mistaken, we have Radish. It's a level 2, 1 cost, 05, burst, deploy this card, it's an AUG warship, deploy 1 shield to your hand, and then when it's destroyed, if you have an AUG link unit in play, choose one enemy unit with 4 less HP and rest it. This is a very sad scene from Zeta Gundam. This is kinda cool, but I still think Argama is probably better than this in an AUG deck, though, you know, it's cool to rest stuff, so you can trade with Zeta with it, maybe. But yeah, actually this just does stop an additional attack when it's destroyed. So it's actually cool, forces your opponent to attack in a certain way, and overall it's a cool base. Yeah, that was the last one. Now, as we see the tokens and all, I think this is a very interesting set. I think this will probably make some new decks actually playable, so it's I think this will be a turning moment for the game. I think this set will be what GDO2 couldn't be. Of course, GDO4 will be even better because we have the color shifted pilots and stuff, and then the anniversary will be the best. But I think this is a solid start, because we have Zaft that will probably become playable, we have Titans and Jupiters that will become playable, we have some individual cards that I think are enough to make a change, and I look forward to it. I'll try and build some decks, I'll bring them here on the channel as well, but this is all for today. I hope you had fun, thanks for who bear with me for all this time, and I will see you around. Bye!